Hey, welcome back to Techopolis 3, where in the last video, we completed pretty much all of the ultimate research. We stopped short of the infinity cells and the boss data models, because they are expensive. And the infinity cells, I do have the 256k storage components now, and I can probably make them again if I need the infinite storage components. But something I didn't take note of last time is the quintuple compressed item. I don't think that's happening for a little while. I have been doing a lot on my own, so I've had time to build up. I guess... Quintuple compressed is only 59,000 blocks, and I have 50,000 compressed. I might already have it. I have multiple. Well... I guess infinity cells aren't as hard as I thought. The water and lava ones were not super hard anyway. Those were 256 buckets. That is not very hard to do. Except creosote, that might have been a pain, but I guess just leave it AFK for a while. I might actually be able to make all of these. But I guess then comes the argument that I already have all of these miners, and they're producing really quick. Do I need infinite? I guess I'll see when I inevitably need gigatronium ingots, but that's a long way off. Anyway, enough of that tangent. As far as actual progress is concerned, I've finished constructing the reactor. I've now got those central fuel rods in there, and I filled it with water as well, as you can probably hear, and now it's producing a little under twice as much energy. And I can probably get it to 40k, maybe even 50k per tick. Because I looked up what the actual perfect reactor design is, and the best reactor is 32 by 32 by 24, so I'm not making that. But I can take the same design, which looks something like this. A checkerboard in the middle of fuel rods and diamond blocks, apparently. There might be better moderators, but just as far as what's guaranteed to be in the pack, diamond was the best that I could find. But as you can imagine, putting that much diamond into a form factor of the current reactor is a bit much. So I'm not going to do that just yet. I'll do it when I need to upgrade the reactor. Because as it stands, this is perfectly fine. I've been capping out my power storage for a while, and it still burns through fuel pretty quickly, but it's not enough to be stocking up on Inanite. Also, if you're wondering why I've got an energy trash can here, it's so that I can keep the reactor running to continuously create the nuclear materials. Eventually this will be full and then it'll stop running. Also, just the last bit of progress, I fixed up the entranceway here because it was annoying me, and I knew I'd forget to put it in this video. But anyway, enough filibustering. The point of this video is now that all the ultimate stuff is done, I can move on to the hellish tier. And things get quite weird here. You can probably imagine that it's built around the nether, and there's a whole host of new ores to find. But something that I didn't expect is I'm going to need these heat protection curios, because now the nether is actually hot, so you need protection from it, which is an interesting change to me. I'll see if I like it or hate it when I start getting into this. So I guess I may as well do the first few things here, which is a nether portal frame and the first heat protection curio. And that's going to need a fluid injector, which is not that bad. All I really need here is an ultimate technium machine frame and some ultimate fluid tanks. And there's the fluid injector. And this can make a bunch of different things, but for now I just need liquid nitrogen and a curio. Curio is very cheap. And I've already got tons of liquid nitrogen over here, so I can just put all of that in. And there's a heat protection curio. Oh, and it only lasts 5 minutes? Huh. I guess I'll need to be a little quick. 5 minutes is okay for now. How much does the next level do? 10 minutes. Hopefully I won't have to spend too long in the nether then. Most things seem to be done on their own. Well, anyway, now I need the nether portal frame. Seems like these blocks are just a drop-in replacement for obsidian. Ooh, and each one is very expensive. Good thing I've got plenty of ultimate technium. I need at least 10. I want to go 12 so I can make it look marginally better. Then each one requires 6 more obsidian glow ingots. And then each one also needs 2-dimensional dust. But I've already got a little spare. And I've got most of what I need for that. Just need to grab a bit more advanced technium. Although, I don't have much of that. I'm missing bronze? Oh. What? Why is that? This has been a pretty reliable problem that for some reason random ore pieces get stuck in compactors. And those ore pieces have 0 connection. I don't get it. Maybe some kind of weird save corruption from updating the pack? I don't know. The most I can do is detect when it happens and fix it. Anyway, I've got what I need for the nether portal frames now. And I'm guessing I just need a flint and steel to light it. So then, where should I put this? I don't want to just throw it down in an unimportant place. And I don't want to put it too far out of the way. If I hadn't already put the reactor here, then this would be a good spot. Maybe I can still do that then. I can make a small platform jutting off of here. And I can build the portal off of this. I want to try decorating it a little bit. Nothing crazy. Weirdly enough, it makes the portal look shorter, but it does make it look more important. Well, let's see. That works. I guess I can go to the nether now. Okay. Oh, right, flight disabled. Immediately, this is not a great spawn. Also, the speed charm doesn't work in the nether, so I feel very slow. Okay. Well, there's nether things in here. And immediately... Oh, that's cinnabar, not ruby. Oh, and there's emerald too. Well, I want to grab myself a bunch of netherrack, because that seems quite important right now. Ooh, just got to be careful for lava. I always forget how fast lava is in the nether. This feels like enough netherrack for now. And I'll just go home, because I need a few more things before I can do much in here. But with the netherrack, I can now make some of the nether ores, but I can just mine most of them with the digital miner. And I'm gonna need most of them. But the main one is netherite. Some of the other ones, even though it is getting the nether ore, I can find it in the overworld. Oh, but I need the nether to go in the dimensional infuser. So, doesn't really matter. Also, I can find nether wood, and they're fire resistant. I take that to mean that they can't burn, which makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure why they can burn in normal Minecraft. But anyway, the main thing I need is the digital miner. And I've already made these before for the ulti-mine, and they're really not that bad. I've got a recipe for a lot of things, and the things I don't have a recipe for are pretty easy too. So there's the digital miner. The next question is how I power it, and how I get the items out. And I think... Yes, the quantum entangle porters do work across dimensions. I think they do have to be chunk loaded, but if I build close enough to the portal, it should stay chunk loaded for a bit. I forget exactly how it works in vanilla, but I can also just make a chunk loader. I think I can put this in any machine, and it's pretty cheap. While I'm at it, I may as well make the other upgrades. So then I just need 4 quantum entangle porters. 1 to bring power, 1 to bring items? Yes. And is there anything else that I might need for this? I don't think so. I just need to go set up the miner. Ooh, one thing I might want. I'm going to get myself a flight block. Okay, back I go. And I guess I can see if a flight block even works. Yes, it does. Okay. And coincidentally, it's got exactly the same range that a void miner does. Or not a digital miner. So I can see exactly how far it'll reach. And I don't think this is a great spot. There's not much land here at all. Maybe I want to move somewhere else. I guess there's a lot of space up and down. Fine. I will try to center on a chunk so that it's a little easier to kind of measure the distances. So this... Ooh. Digital mine is bigger than I remember. Oh, it's a 3x3. I might not be able to center on 4 chunks then. I can still place it fairly close. I might want to move it back a little bit. Yeah, that's good enough. So I will go 32 block radius, because I think, yep, that is the max. Oh, my heat curio ran out. Hang on. Does it? It doesn't recharge, it just breaks. Ah, I'm gonna make multiple then. Okay, there's 3 more. I did want to make more, but I can only get so much liquid nitrogen. Anyway, there's 15 minutes of protection. Back I go. So I need to put in all of these upgrades, and I need to configure this. Tag ore? Wait, I think I know what I can do here. Is there... Yes, there is one of the ores that I want. Does that work to put a tag in? No. Mod ID? All the ores. Sure. And what was the thing? For ancient debris? Techopolis netherite underscore ore. There. So, it should try to mine any ores it can find plus netherite. Max Y level 255. Min Y level. Are there negatives in the nether? No. If there are, the digital miner can't mine it. I think I'd prefer it to be on Silk Touch, just in case. Oh, and now I need to set up these. I need to create an output frequency, but I think that's the item, or the power, rather, not the item. I will connect the item to the top, and the power to the side. But I haven't set up the other side to actually get power, so 1 second. I may as well connect it directly into the source, and then back in here... It's bringing the power... But I guess that kind of connection doesn't work. Oh, I was configuring the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. And I can probably just connect it straight in. So, I guess this is ready to go? Let's see. It's ready to mine almost 4,000 things. Guess it's going to take a little while. I don't know if I can set this to auto-export, but at the same time I don't think this has anywhere to go. Also, this has run out of power, and I think I might know why. I haven't chunk loaded here, so I'm just gonna stick an anchor upgrade in this. And I guess while I'm here, I can make a temp output chest. I'll just stick it down there, but that's not working? I've mined plenty of ores here. Maybe the output is back here. Yes. Okay. I don't know what this port is then, but now I'm transporting the ores. So back home, I've got all of them in this chest. And there's quite a lot of ores. I probably should have set it to just do sapphire, ruby, and peridot. Were there other ores that I needed? Oh yeah, and quartz and zinc. I don't think this has found any quartz though. So I'm just gonna modify this, and I'll just tell it exactly which ores I want. And maybe I can find some quartz on my own? Yeah, here. So I can stick that in. Ooh, and I need zinc. And it has mined a little bit, so I can put that in too. Right, this should be a bit more condensed. Only 1,000 things, but it should only mine what I want it to mine, instead of a bunch of random lead and whatever else. Well, I guess I can move on, but where to next? Probably the heat protection 2 curio. This just needs netherite dust, which needs gold and netherite scrap. Netherite scrap, same as vanilla. And I've got just enough. Before I waste it, the fluid injector is much more efficient at getting scrap. And eroding water isn't too hard to get. I either need eroding salt mulch, or normal mulch, or just a thermal evaporation chamber. It's probably worth me getting a lot of eroding water, because I'm going to need a lot of netherite scrap. So, fine. I can make another one of these. They're not super difficult. I do just need a lot of steel. But thankfully that should be quite a lot easier, now that I've properly connected the iron ore to be processed this way. And I've also massively buffed how much wood I'm getting, and how much I'm burning it. So now I've got a lot more charcoal, and I don't have to worry about replication trying to kick in. So I can just ask for like 300 steel and it'll just do it. Well, where am I gonna put this eroding stuff? Actually, I'm possibly gonna need more space for most of the stuff I'm gonna make down the line. So maybe it's worth me carving out a new room. And I was thinking maybe I could fit something here. If I continue off from here, it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to connect it in. Then I just have to deal with the mild annoyance of having to carve out a room on a diagonal. Although this room is running into a similar problem to the Technium rooms in that there's not really much space. I might have to artificially extend it. I'll probably maintain the diagonal, because I do kind of like that, but I am going to have to dig this quite a lot deeper. Okay, it's starting to encroach the edge, so I'll just round off the corner, and that's it. This is functional for a room. I guess I can try to continue some of the decoration here to make this marginally better, and I'll just leave it at that. This is a nice, fairly large space where I can build up a lot of the stuff for the Hellish tier. Starting with this thermal evaporation chamber. Oh, and I do need to get power in here. I think I can stretch a cable all the way in here. And then I can just cable this in. It's trying to go 256. So hopefully this will have a lot of heat. Now I just need to get a bunch of water purifiers to actually feed into this. And some more pumps. But all of that I've made before. So I can just connect this in. And it's making a bunch of eroding water. Cool. So then I can steal the fluid injector and a bunch more ancient debris. I think I've got enough of most ores now. And then I can process a lot of this ancient debris. I will just make this go a bit quicker. There. 30 netherite scrap. I'd say that's enough. So then I just need a bunch of gold, which I can do with either gold dust or enriched gold. I do have plenty of gold dust, but there's no reason not to be efficient with this. So I can get that enriched gold. And if I get a bit more ancient debris so that this is actually even, I can get a lot of netherite dust. Although, for how much ancient debris that was, not great. Actually, I get 6 scrap per debris, so I get 3 dust per 2 ancient debris. That's not bad, actually. Well, anyway, can I use... Yes, I can use a slightly broken curio to upgrade it. And just out of curiosity, ooh, I need generalized nether predictions to get the 3rd level. I have a suspicion I'll be moving on to this quite soon. But, with that out of the way, what else is good to do in this tree? I guess most of the dimensional ores are pretty good. And I might need dimensional of the 3 gems? Yeah. Plus zinc and quartz. So is that 5 dimensional ore extractors? I don't have the most amount of room here for that. I guess I could extend the corridor a little bit, and I might be able to expand upwards. Although, I'm considering putting the nether gemstones in a different place. Actually, do I need all 3? Because I just need the spent nether waste, and I get that in equal quantities from all of them. So I could just do 1. Ooh, the blocks seem to have a few more use cases. I need them when I eventually get to the Empowerer. So then I'm back to the original plan of doing all 3, but then I'm thinking maybe I put them over here instead, if I just line them up along the back wall. Yeah, I think I do that. So, 5 dimensional ore extractors, 3 of them go here, 2 of them go with the others. Oh, this is going to take so much reinforced machine casings. And I need to get the dimensional ores for this to actually work. But eventually, I can get most of this, and I can at the very least start placing this down. That fits surprisingly well. I can barely stick it into the wall there, and a little bit over here. That looks pretty good. And when I put the ores in, it starts looking even better. I was worried that it wouldn't feel enough like a wall, but it does. I'll just connect these up to power. Oh, they need to be in the nether. That's going to complicate things. Zinc also needs to be in the nether. And quartz. Well, I probably should have checked that before I built these up. But there goes my thumbnail. No, I can still make it work. Well, now I've just got a nice room extension. Oh, but wait. Don't I need a dimensional detector to get these machines to work? It's almost implying that I need to build up these machines before I can even get the dimensional detector. I'll see what happens. Okay, that's all 5 of them built up. They don't have dimensional detectors, but maybe that's fine. I'll connect them all to power. It should be able to manage. And yes, it is running. Okay, good. Right, now I need to get these items back. And that's why I brought this extra quantum entangle porter. So I'll connect all of these into one entangle porter on the nether ores frequency. And then I guess for now, I can have it export into another chest. I should probably set up a drawer for it. This is fine for now. I'll swap it out with a drawer later. But now I'm getting all of the ores from the nether. And so I can quickly finish off this tree. I can get some zinc for some brass. I just make the brass in the alloy kiln. Not a big deal. And I could go further to make the plates and the dimensional detector, but I think I'll make those for purpose when I need to. And to finish off here, I just need ruby, sapphire, and peridot, which needs a bit of quartz slurry, and a pressurized reaction chamber. Do I have a spare? Yes. It does have some oxygen in it, though. I can take that out. And I just need to process one of each nether gem. Each one takes 100 millibuckets of quartz slurry, and I get 2,000 from one quartz ore. Jeez. And if I just turn off the chemical crystallizer, then when I process some of the quartz, I can steal it out of there, process the ores, and then put it back and turn the rest into quartz. And I guess for now I can put the gems away, because I'm not going to need them just yet. Right. I'd say that's it for this tree. I don't need blank netherrack ore, because I don't really need to make the nether ores. And then the other things I'll be making eventually anyway. So that's the new world tree done. Next would be empowering, and that's going to take a fair bit. But that's something to worry about some other time. This is going to be... I don't know if it's going to be a lot or not. Depends how hard some of the empowered crystals are. But for now, I'm just going to call it there as far as progress is concerned. I've done a reasonable amount. I thought I was going to get more in this room, but I guess not. It should fill up fairly soon with other things. The main thing really was the nether, and everything we've got going on in here. Digital miner, and the 5 main nether ores. And you know what, while I'm here, I may as well get that thumbnail screenshot. There we go. I told you I could make it work. I don't think there's that much for me to be doing on my own. Maybe I can manage some of these storages, swap it out with drawers, and there's probably a bit of preparation before I get into the other trees. But that's all stuff for me to figure out on my own. For now, I think I've done enough, and I don't have anything else to say. So I'm going to call the video here. Bye.